The hard gray lockdown ends our December, a month we'll surely all remember, in a year where it's clear 2020 caused some confusion and much fear, along with frustration and consternation requiring great human adaptation, from a public fatigued by ever-changing rules, one day hockey and skating, the next, no public pools. 4 times in 5 weeks the rules of engagement seen change, no dining out for you, for no one but you to blame. Everywhere you go, people doing amazing things as we work through the framework colors like 5 Olympic rings. There are athletes, there are coaches, spectators wait for a sack, although this ain't football, there's many a Monday morning quarterback. But the COVID Olympics paused even the great Japan, for during COVID, no Olympics can have fans. So the 2020 games move into 2021 when people can hopefully gather again and have a little fun. Whether you raise your hands up to the Lord or sit home scrolling Netflix just a little bored, the rules and regulations are striking quite a chord. And it's not music to everyone's ears, it's the disquiet and the tears, but every leader is acting in a way most sincere. For they want to save your life, protect you from COVID strife, not take away your charter rights or set the stage in court for fights. For the majority are doing just the right thing, staying home, no need for suits, ties, or dresses, and no need to wear any bling. But there's always one who can't follow the play. The one who knows what to do, but in their heart must stray. For your neighbors thought they'd sneak one in, a visit to the home of Kevin and Kim, and it was Kevin's son Kyle who picked them up, drove right into the garage, and with a push of a button, it did quickly shut. That 2-car garage attached to the house, your neighbors snuck in more quiet than a mouse. And this move could award each one an $800 fine. Ask any lawyer, judge, or policeman, they could certainly all opine. And Kevin and Kim, a couple who's actually quite nice, didn't think much of COVID when they visited other homes last week, at least twice. At the first home, they met Mike and Lynn from London, England. They'd just flown in, and little did they know, but they brought the fast-spreading type of COVID in tow. No signs or symptoms did Mike and Lynn show before a dozen at that first hush party were exposed to and fro. A few days later, a call came from Heather and Paul about a small gathering they were planning at their home near Devonshire Mall. A party with only a few friends to celebrate the season. Park down the block, I don't want the neighbors to see you, and call the police with a reason. Under the cover of darkness, the 2Ks arrived to find many people in the basement. Well, only about 25. No distance could be kept, no masks were being worn. This was about the best scenario possible if you're looking for a COVID storm. A couple days later, Kevin and Kim were getting antsy. Eating leftovers, drinking wine alone didn't suit their fancy, so they called old acquaintances, Tina and Barry. Heck, honey, why don't you see what's up with Andrew and Terry, and while you're at it, invite Noor and Larry. And so the spread did continue, asymptomatic and all, until the first of the bunch couldn't breathe and did fall. 911 on the ready to take each and every call, but when the hospital is full, all they can do is stall. Like the keeper who told Joseph there's no room at the inn. Suck it up, buddy, keep breathing, our staff's just a little thin. Maybe there's a stable you can go to, we'll lay down a little hay. Try our hospital tomorrow if you can, tomorrow's another day. You see, the nurses who work here were exposed to the germ, each and every one told to stay home. Our employer's quite firm. We need to break transmission, and it takes 14 days to do. I'm sorry you can't breathe, there's nothing I can do for you. But don't feel bad, you're not alone. There are about 150 more just waiting on hold right here on the phone. They were all at different house parties, the health unit's trying to confirm. We all keep shaking our head. When will people learn? School shut down, havoc in long-term care, all hospitals an outbreak. People, please listen, for heaven's sake. I can't control your behavior, that's only something you can do. No amount of police or fines will force you to follow through. Each of you has it in you to get through this time together. Tornadoes, floods, and pandemics, we've proven we can weather. Help small business and restaurants, curbside at your local store. We need to help our friends and neighbors. This to you I implore. The rules are not meant to make lawless of all the masses. They are designed to stop COVID from kicking all our asses. We haven't yet lived through the most difficult of COVID times, but I know this is where our city will most certainly brightly shine. For the people who live here are simply the best around. I've seen it with my own eyes, and this mayor is virtually proud. The best news that's come to end this forgetful year is one that will undoubtedly bring much cheer. Our great city has light at the end of this dark tunnel as the first of the vaccines flows through the Windsor-Essex funnel. It may take 9 months for you to get your shots, but only then can we move on to much happier thoughts, like warm Floridian sand, moving between your toes, like not having to wear a mask to cover your mouth and nose, like hugging mom and dad without pause or refrain, acting like normal without fear of sharing invisible pain. And as the page of the calendar turns to January, my friends, I hope in 2021 to be able to shake your hands once again, to fly on a plane and cross the border with ease, dinner at Nico, table for 8, if you please. And to those who are criticized for taking this virus too far, like wearing a mask while driving alone in your car, thank you for your diligence and for doing your part. And in the final analysis, you'll be proven to be quite smart. No matter where you stand, there is one thing we all agree. 2020 is a year to remember, and 21 is the year we'll all be free. So hunker down and let's get through this. We're all in this together. Hello 2021 and goodbye 2020, a year to remember forever.